Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, January the 26th, 2024. It's 9:30 a.m. and a current temperature of -4 with a wind chill of -5, so there's not too much wind. Okay, Friday, here we are, another weekend. So we're going to really enjoy this walk. I love Fridays because they're the best. You know, the weekend's here again after a long week, and we're back to the weekend again. We can do whatever we want on the weekend. It's kind of like that, right? You got to do what you need to do through the week, and on the weekend you can do whatever you want. So I love it. Love this day because it's beautiful. There's no wind. It's great. It's Friday. Everybody's walking around. It's happy. Just looking down Argyle there. That's lots of people walking around there. I'm going up Duke Street, and we're going to walk up maybe some streets we haven't been in the North End for a while. And I never know, I might end up down here somewhere yet before I go home. I gotta say, I guess I can tell you my experience. I got my fourth shot yesterday, and not yesterday, the day before. It was 2 days ago. 2 days ago I got my shot, and the day I got it, I never felt a thing. I just walked out there and came downtown and walked around and made a video, and I was 100% all that day. I went to bed the night before last. Everything was fine. I woke up in the morning. I was freezing. I had cold chills. I felt like I had the flu. And I thought, well, it must be just somehow related to that. So I stayed home yesterday. I never did anything. Laid around the house, doctored myself up, took lots of Tylenol, and guess what? I woke up this morning 100%, all better. So I guess it was just a little tiny reaction for that, from that injection, and now I've got my protection for quite a few months now again, and I feel much better knowing that I've protected against all these variants and stuff that's emerging. It's worth a little discomfort. So, anyways, going up Duke Street, we're going to find some nice residential streets to walk around up here, and we'll see where we end up. I hope you're all having a good weekend, or a good Friday as we come to the weekend. This is Brunswick Street right here. I may, just maybe, I may get on Brunswick Street later. We'll see. Ontario right there. I know we got lots of Ontario people coming here. Like we were Ontario people and we came here. Can you believe it? This summer will be 6 years ago when we landed here in Halifax. Imagine, huh? 6 years ago. I think I've been at this is my third year now for videos, if I'm not mistaken. Time goes by so fast. I could be wrong, but I don't think it was any more than that. Anyways, everywhere I've ever lived in Canada is good, pretty well. Except I'm not a small town person. I can't live in a village or a small town. There's nothing to do. So that's why I like the cities. Halifax is about as small as I want to go in the size of a city. I loved Montreal when we were there this summer. Oh, I wish I spoke French. I live there. Like you can still live there and not speak French, but to work there, that's a different story. There's a lot of laws out there. Me, I'm retired, so I could live there. It wouldn't be a problem. But my wife and my son are both working, and it would be a little rough for them. But I guess that's out. I guess we can't live in Montreal because we're settled here now. I liked it in Toronto, but there's things maybe I'm not so crazy about up there, but we lived up there for 20 years. Well, actually, I was living up there before that even, but I came back. I lived down here for a while, and then we all moved up there. And so that was our home for more than 20 years. We came down here, and Halifax has been our home for 6 years, almost. We're on the 6th year. This coming August, it will be 6 years. All right. There, we're almost to the top of this hill. See how steep Duke Street is? You look right over the top of the Scotia Bank Center now. So, Duke Street is a steep hill. So if you hear a little bit of panting, that's because the hill's steep. All right. Anybody knows Halifax knows where I am. I'm on Duke Street, and right there at that intersection is the beginning of Gottingen, which I don't know if I'm going to go down Gottingen or what I'm going to do. I might. Yeah, let's start down Gottingen. I know I went down there about a week ago, down Gottingen, but I'm going to do something different today. All right. One of my co-workers, my used to work with in Ontario, so put a message on my phone. He said something about nice snowfall. I heard they were getting snow today up there. No. I worked for a trucking company in Toronto. Was there a long time. Everybody that was there a long time. Shows you what kind of a company they were when everybody stays, eh? They didn't come and go all the time, they stayed. And it says something about the people we work for. It's a small trucking company. And when I went to work there, I didn't have any desire to go anywhere else because I was happy there. I didn't need to go anywhere else, so I just stayed there like everybody else. They know when they got a good job. Here's to Johnny and Joe. They know you got a good company there. When the people stay and they don't go anywhere, they're happy. So that was my experience up there in Ontario. I had a great job. In the 15 year, well, we were up there. Yeah, some worked for Rocket for about 15, 16 years, but I'd actually been up there a lot longer in my life than that because I worked there, I think 3 times before that. So, and then I came back down east and I went back up. My mother passed away and I came back again and stayed down here for a while and things like that. And so, but I guess what I'm trying to say, it was a great place to work. And one of my co-workers just messaged me about a snowfall up there. So that was great. Great. It was great to keep in touch with all the guys I used to work with. We were like a family. We really were. When you go in an hour early for work so you can sit in the yard and talk to guys and have coffee, you're working in a good place. That's what some of us used to do. I did it all the time. Some of us did it sometimes. Yeah, I go at least an hour early to work, and we go up the hill to Tim Hortons, get coffee, come down, sit in the truck, or if it's summertime, we'd be outside, stand outside, waiting for time to go to work. That's what it was like. We used to deliver mattresses up there to the stores from all the big mattress companies, and we delivered like to some stores, but a lot of it would be their distribution centers, like Sleep Country and Mattress Mart and the Bay and Zellers when it was going, and different ones, and Sears when it was going, and some of them are gone now, but yeah. Salvation Army was one of them we used to deliver to down in Oakville. And the reason I said that is because right now I'm walking past the Salvation Army Men's Center in Halifax, right there on Gottingen Street, 2038 Gottingen. And one of my friends just said something because I commented on something on their Facebook. So she just answered me back. It came on the screen there. Marion, if you're watching my video, hello. Hope you're having a good day today. Say hi to Doug. Doug was a friend of mine, a guitar player. We used to jam in a garage on Saturday nights. Had great memories there, and Doug was one of the best guitar players I've known personally. Like, there's a lot of good guitar players, but I don't know them. But probably the best guitar player I've known was Doug. My friend Doug had a beautiful Gretsch guitar, and I think he bought a Strat after. And I learned a lot by playing with him. Like, I always thought I could play a pretty good guitar, but I learned stuff because he was doing different kind of music to what I was used to doing, and so I gradually learned his songs. And I know once or twice we played in a cafe, and Doug wouldn't be there for some reason, and his wife was singing, so I filled in like the stuff I had learned from Doug and learned the songs, and I learned to fill in, and I was able to play all the songs that she did, singing in the cafe of his stuff. So I learned a lot from Doug. He's a good guy, a good friend, and we made a lot of good friends up there in Ontario when we lived there. And we got to know a lot of musicians. Well, I'm making my way up Gottingen. I don't know. We're going to get off of Gottingen for too long maybe, but for now we're still walking up Gottingen, and we'll see where it goes from here, okay? We'll see what we want to do from here. I think I want to take some side streets and stuff. And hello.
Hello.
How we doing?
Good.
That's good. The guy looked like he might have had a little too much to drink, or maybe some drugs or something. But I always talk to people anyways, and you know, it's always good. My wife works this end of the city, and usually in the morning there's some stores up this way where she goes. I'm not saying I'll run into her, but I might. Sometimes I have. Yeah, let's go this way. Last time I went down over the hill that way. to Brunswick and some of those streets down there. So today we're going to go up the hill. Check out some residential areas up here. Thing about Halifax, even residential areas, there's stores. I hear a dog barking somewhere. There's another Ontario. Oh, they're all over the place here. There's lots of people here from Ontario. Came down here and got work. Depends on what you do for a living. It's easy to get work here if you're doing the right thing. If you're working at something that depends on what you do. I guess that's what it comes down to. What kind of work you do. If you'll have good luck finding a job here. So we're on Nora Bernard Street, which I don't walk all that much up here, but Nora Bernard. So I believe I've been on it before, but I don't come on it all that much. But we'll walk up here anyways and see where our feet take us. How's that? Is that a good deal? All right. Some people, they plan their routes all out and they give you a little map and trace it all over, and then they got to stick to that. I'm more of a like spur of the moment guy. I just start walking and see where my feet take me. That's my take on it. But we're all different. Everybody's different, and everybody got their own style, their way of doing things. And that's mine. I never was one to have too many plans or rules and all that. Let's take a walk down Maynard Street. Okay, I'll show you. Let's see. Oh, actually, what I'm going to show you is up that way on Maynard Street. So we'll go that way instead. I'll show you the leisure where I used to play a long time ago. Before I ever worked up in Ontario, back when I was just young. I came down here to live once and ended up hooking up with a band and we used to play in this Legion up here. I'll show you. It's just a small one, but we had a lot of fun. Those were good old days. And I'll show you where it was. I know my friend Roger and Mike, they know where the Maynard Street Legion is, because they grew up down here in the North End. Or Roger did. Mike grew up over in the Northwest Arm. Part of Halifax is called the Northwest Arm. That's where Mike's home was. I know because I went down that street to show him his house where he used to live. That's how I know. There's the armories right there. That building has been under renovations. There. Okay. That building's been under renovations. I can't even talk. Under renovations for quite some time. It was like that when we came here. So it must have took a lot of time and money to restore this building, because I've still got this walkway up here. I suppose it'll be gone when they're finished. So that's been a long time that this has been going on. Maybe they don't have the funds to do everything they want to do all at once. I don't know. But anyways, we are walking on Maynard, and this intersection is Kennard. This would be Maynard and Kennard right here. The north end of Halifax is beautiful. We got a lot of older structures here, and when you go farther west, you'll come to all the the new stuff that's been built. I'm tongue-tied today. What's the matter with me? I gotta get across here quickly. There's a car coming. All right, so here we are, Maynard again. Still walking on Maynard. There's a lot of old buildings here. This is an old part of the city, the North End. The south of the North End has got a lot of old buildings. And as you go farther west, you get into the new buildings that's going up. But we don't really have them down here that much. There's a few small ones went up, but nothing of any size. If I hang around the North End, I'm sure to see my wife somewhere this morning. She drives for a courier truck. She's an owner-operator now. Proud to, and she'll be proud to tell you that if you see her. She'll be proud to tell you she's a owner-operator. I drove a truck for 30 years and I never owned one. I always drove for somebody else. I worked for some good companies and I worked for companies I didn't like. Day and Ross was one of them. They weren't one of my favorite companies. So if you work for Day and Ross, sorry, but I tried it, it weren't for me. I see some kind of a building going up right here. I gotta keep this in mind, this little garage right here. I never tried it out, but I found the small guys are a better place to take your car than the big companies like Canadian Tire, that kind of stuff. Whoops, sorry. So the small guys like this are better. That's my opinion, for whatever that's worth. So I gotta remember where it's located. If I need a mechanic, we tried a few places. Some are good, some are no good, and everything in between. But since we bought our Nissan, we haven't needed a mechanic for much of anything. Well, we had to do some stuff like brakes and tires, but that's normal. Anybody in the garage can do that. I don't know if that's the building. That was the Legion. It kind of looks like it, but it's been a while. But it kind of looks like that might be the building that used to be the Legion, but I don't know. Would they? I can't picture them shutting it down, but I will go a little farther if I come to it, and I just might be forgetful which building it was. Yeah, that may or may not be it. Look at this one here, the nice balconies that got out on them. They're at an angle so you can look down the street. You got room for your barbecue out there and stuff. When we moved, we no longer have a balcony, so that's one thing I enjoyed about our old place. We had a balcony and we put our barbecue out on the balcony and we cooked there a lot in the summer. Now we don't have that anymore. So what I said to my wife, we'll buy a small barbecue and we could go to a park a few times in the summer if we want to have a barbecue. Fire department going. I don't think it's an emergency though. Yeah. So we'll see if I come to that region. Maybe it's been a long time. Maybe it's farther up. Yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe I haven't got to it yet. I hooked up with a great bunch of people when we had that band going there. We all just had a great time. I can't even remember everybody's name now. Really, I can't. But we did have a good time. We had a lot of fun. Sounds like somebody's jamming in there. So I gotta get out of range of that music just in case I get some copyright material there. But yeah, it sounds like somebody was jamming in that building. All right. Yes, that's a new building right there. That hasn't been there very long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories. Now we're getting into the construction again up here. I'm not going to go all the way up there because I want to cover some streets down here. And here's another auto place too right here. I was going to come to this one day and I couldn't get a place to park. Can't park on the street. And if this front is filled up with cars, you ain't gonna have nowhere to park your car. Right today, it's kind of empty. You could drive right in here and park. The day I went to come, all I needed was a tire, something done with my tire. But I couldn't get in here because this was all full of cars all the way. And the curb had no room for cars. All right, sidewalk closed on this side. So we will cross the street and go up the other side. Since the sidewalk's closed. Must be a construction job going on up there. That's a nice building. Hey, they all got balconies. Now I'm jealous. I don't have a balcony. We got one of those big patio doors and windows and stuff. It takes up a big area. It's like you're going out on a balcony. There's a railing, something like this. And built so you won't fall out, then that's it. There's no balcony to have a barbecue on. So I'm gonna miss that this summer. That's one thing I'm gonna miss. But you can't have everything, I guess. Like these apartments, some of them got balconies, and some may not. I don't know. Maybe they all got balconies. I'll tell you one thing, if you got one of those balconies, you got some privacy. You got brick walls all the way around you. You got some privacy in those. With all those walls around you, like you had a good place to put kids' bicycles in. Like if it was the winter time, they had a snowy winter, and they had to put their bikes away for the winter. That'd be a good place to put them on those balconies with the brick walls. Anyway, end of the occupation free. How is the homeless? Yeah, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Now, I don't think I was. Yeah, I think I'm already past that legion that used to be down here. That might be that building I saw back there. and it's been converted into something. Because I'm already at North Street, and it was back the way I came from. That's where the Legion was. I used to come on the bus, and I think I had a little cart. I used to bring my amplifier and my guitar with me. I used to get off of the bus right here and go down this sidewalk with my amp and guitar, because I didn't have a car back in those days. There's Deepwater Church. I've been in there 2 or 3 times. It's not a bad place. Nice little church. If anybody watching these videos haven't been to a church in a long time, it's not like it used to be. Most churches now, you go in, there's coffee going, and you don't have to wait till after church. You can get your coffee and you can sit in church and drink your coffee. I'm telling you the truth. If you haven't been in a church lately, that's what it's like. There's coffee and tea, and some churches have more than that, like more than just coffee and tea. All right, I think I'm back. I think I have it. I had a lot of stuff on my phone that filled up my storage, and it shut me off in the middle of my video. It said I had no more storage left. So, okay, let's walk down Creighton, see what we can see down here. I need to finish my video off in the north end. I don't want to have to stop in the middle of it, so hopefully this all works out. I'm hoping. I almost deleted what I did today, but I was able to bring it back. Hadn't give it that final erase. So anyways, we'll continue on. Hopefully no harm done as we walk around the north end. I'm not sure where I want to go today, but we're doing pretty good. We got over a half an hour in before it seized up on me here. I had to erase some things off my phone that I wanted to keep, but I guess I had too many other things other than videos. Other things I made and put on my phone, I guess. I gotta use my phone for videos. I gotta keep all the other stuff off of my phone, so I have room for videos. That's all. Well, I know one thing. While I was getting this sorted out, I was standing on the corner. I had to take my gloves off, and my fingers just about froze. I don't mind. I mean, it's only -4, but -4 is still minus, and your fingers can get cold at -4. Standing there, and well, that must be the school bell. Must mean it's time to go in, I guess. There used to be a bell. It went ring. Now it's kind of like something that'll get your attention. Yeah, we used to have an actual bell. Now it's kind of something different. Well, what do you want to do? We'll go up this way, I guess. Myanmar Native Friendship Center. Oh, yeah, somebody painted a lot of things on this cement here. Well, I'm glad I got that sorted out. I got enough stuff off my phone. I was able to continue. That was really good. And almost, like I said, almost erased the video I just got done making. But I found it I got it, had it in my library, and I found it and restored it back, and now I'm done. Look at the birds here. And pigeons. I gotta wonder, why were these driveways here when there's houses here? It seems odd, doesn't it? And there's another driveway here with no house. I guess a long time ago, there was a house right here. That's the only explanation for that. There was a house there a long time ago. I never noticed that on the street here before. The driveway coming in, but no house. There's one now leasing. There's still apartments around. You just gotta have the money to get them. And that could be a big stumbling block for a lot of people, is trying to get the money up to get moved into a place. Well, it's been a long time since I walked down Agricola. We could do that if you want. All right, let's walk up Agricola, because the other day I was in the North End and I was planning on going to Starbucks up here, and I didn't go. I walked over to Tim Hortons and said, so I might walk up to Starbucks today and hang out a little bit. That's not a bad idea. And I can get my fingers warmed up in the Starbucks too, so that's probably what I'll do. We'll make our way up Agricola, which I haven't walked in quite a while. I used to walk Agricola fairly often, and now my habits changed, I guess, and hardly ever come up this way, but I'm in the North End. I don't mean that, but I mean, I'm in the North End, but I don't usually walk Agricola lately. I guess I walked it quite a bit and wanted to change my course, so. The thing about Halifax, there's so many routes you can take to get somewhere, so you don't have to take just one route. Unless you're going to Dartmouth, and you got to take the bridge. Yeah, the only other way would be the other bridge or the ferry. You haven't got a lot of choices. But everything on this side of the harbor, there's a lot of routes to get to where you're going, and most things there is. Yeah, so anyways, there's a little store that's just opened up. Triangle Psychology Apparel and Gifts. Yeah. Well, we are back to North Street, just on a different street. On Agricola coming to North Street. North Street, of course, will take you right down to the McDonald Bridge. If you're going to Dartmouth, you can just make a right on North Street, and it'll take you right down across the bridge and to Dartmouth. It must be the cold, but my gimbal is flashing like the battery's down. It's got 3 lights and 1 light is flashing. So I still got 2 more lights. I should have enough to finish this video. I would think. Oh, I got a walk sign. Let's go. Let's go. Well, I got it. All right. Gus's Pub. It's been here forever. I don't even know if Gus still owns it. It's been here forever. First time I came to Halifax in the 70s, it was here. I think if I get, you know, it's hard to get your ears straight after that long ago, but I think I came down here in 77, I think. 76 or 77. Yeah, one or the other. I came down here. My son got a laugh out of me yesterday when we were posting a video up for today. I went by the Bloomfield School, and you know, they've had no trespassing signs up there forever, and they don't want anybody walking in there. Well, yesterday I took a chance. I walked in there. I didn't see any security guards, but I walked all through the place, all around. Didn't go in the building, naturally, but I walked in around the area and came out the other side. And it's supposed to be all secured. Well, when that's secure, especially if the gate's locked in the back, there's a walkway right around the gate. You don't have to not go in because the gate's locked, so you can walk right around the gate. And on the other end, if you go right up to the fence and it seems like there's no way out, just turn to the right and it'll bring you right out on the other side, on the other end. Next intersection, you'll be right outside the fence. So, there you go. I see some lights over there doing something weird. Oh, well, no, it's just the way they look. Okay, nothing serious. Okay. Well, Roger, I'm in your neighborhood. I'm in your neighborhood today, Roger. Haven't heard from you very much lately. There's smoke in the air. I think there's a fire somewhere. Anyways, yeah, Roger, send me some comments. I missed your comments. Send me some more comments. A U-Haul truck. We've had our fair share of those things. Well, I thought I might run into my honey up here, but didn't see her yet. She only works the north end, but that don't mean I'll run into her. Some days I do, and some days I don't. Yeah, my son, he got quite a kick out of me going past the no trespassing sign and right on through the grounds there. And he said, I see you were trespassing yesterday. You walked through the schoolyard. I said, yeah, I always wanted to do that. And finally did. I see some stuff for sale over there. I wouldn't be surprised if that block right there is on the chopping block, because all the buildings are emptied out. That one's emptied out for sale on it. That one's emptied out, and the store, the door is cardboard over the window stuff, so it's got to be emptied out. I'll tell you one thing, if we can get that school tore down and all these houses are gone, man, there's going to be lots of room to build. You have all the way to the corner. You can put up at least 4 towers right there and stores and stuff. Oh, it'd be great. Well, I'm all for construction. I got to tell you that. I'm on the side of construction because we need apartments bad. Look, the gates are wide open today. There's a lot of cars parked in there, but I don't think they're doing anything in there unless they're inside the building. But we got a lot of cars in there. They could be doing something inside. But I'm going to cross here as soon as I can because I could have went to the corner and crossed, but that's okay. Go across, there we go. Looking down Agricola and looking at that old dilapidated school. The place where my buddy Roger went to school when he was just a young guy at the school there. Okay, yeah, there's some people coming out of here. See what I'm talking about, the walkway around the gate? It doesn't do any good to lock the gate because you can walk right through. Well, a lot of cars parked in there too. They could be just parking them there, possibly. When the gate's open like that, probably just pull them in there and park them, more likely. Anyways, we're gonna get over to Starbucks before long. I gotta walk right up Agricola, and then we'll jog our way over to Starbucks. Hope you're enjoying my little walk around the north end today. It's always fun, as always. It's never labor making these videos. It's fun. It's always fun. And if you're new to the area, I hope you'll learn a little bit more about the city than you would have if I hadn't made these videos. I gotta walk. You guys gotta wait while I walk across. They took my walk sign, so I had to walk. They used up my whole walk sign making left turns. The Sidekick Cafe. Oh, I don't think that's open anymore. That seems like there's paper over the windows there. You can almost predict what's going to be torn down next just by, like, if everything on that block has got paper over the windows, you can be sure that block is coming down. All those buildings to make room for some new high rises or mid rise, I should say. I'm just curious. I gotta go by and just look. Just look and see if they all look like they're closed. Brewery Park restaurant, I guess. Some of the stuff looks like it's still operating. That one's closed, and the one on the other end is closed. But it's going to take a while because there's still apartments upstairs and stuff. So you're talking a couple of years away before you see anything going on there. That one is coming along really well. Still some work on the back end here. And that one's for sale right there in the end. That one. Yeah, big changes in the north end. Put another couple of years on it, and anybody's been away here wouldn't know where they are. They would think this can't be the north end I saw when I was here. Yeah, this building here is all boarded up. It's going to be going. Right here. And I'll tell you where it is. It's on the corner of Agricola and Macara. Macara and Agricola. That building right there is all boarded up, so that means it's coming down. And you got a little bit of a space behind. So I'd say another one of these mid-rises is probably going to go there. And oh, it's changing fast. Like if I didn't walk up here often, like I wouldn't be on top of this. But because I'm here quite often, I know as soon as a new building is planned. See there used to be an apartment upstairs there, that's gone, and the store downstairs, and that's gone. That building will be gone, and they might get way back their ways. It's hard to say how big a space they got with that. Anyways, there's going to be another building up there. something else for me to video and comment on. Let's take Russell Street. We'll go over a block and then we'll walk up to Starbucks from there. Because I don't like taking the same streets all the time. I gotta mix it up a little bit because you get bored if I take the same path all the time. We'll take Russell over and oh, it's gonna feel good to go into Starbucks and get a nice hot coffee and wrap my hands around it and warm up the tips of my fingers, because when I had to take them off to reset my phone, get some of the stuff off it, my fingers were getting really cold doing that. Well, I'm glad I got over the effects of my shot. I'd never had one affect me that way. I had all my other shots, and I just continued on, and people used to tell me they was laid right in bed for 2 days, and I thought, wow, I never had anything like that. But I laid in bed all day yesterday, most of the day. I couldn't do much. It was like the flu. But I woke up this morning. I was all better. Everything was gone. So there it is. It was worse one day. It was worse one day of discomfort. But I just kept taking Tylenol whenever I felt feverish and achy, and I had to take Tylenol, and I was good until it wore off, and then I'd have it again. But today I'm good, and I'm happy that I got my shot, because it does really make you feel better knowing you're protected and you're walking around. I know last time when COVID wasn't out that long, and we went and got our shots, it wasn't very long after we had got our shots that my son and I both came down with COVID. We'd only had our shots maybe a month, but it was enough to give us protection, and we got COVID, and at that time we were confined to the house for 7 days. I had to stay in the house. I could go out 1 hour a day, and for exercise and whatever. So I usually took advantage of that and made a video. I had to do it around home, because you got to do what you got to do, right? Well, that's what I did. I made my videos on my 1 hour of freedom, and I was so glad we had our shots, because we never got really sick. My son, it hit him harder than me. It did. I had a scratchy throat for about 3 days that time, but other than that, really we didn't have a lot of symptoms. I wouldn't have even known I had it if I hadn't have tested. Like, everybody was getting it everywhere, so I just thought, well, maybe I better. Let's go through here. I thought, well, maybe I better test just to see. And I tested, I was positive. My son tested, he was positive. But my wife never got it. It was strange. She's been at that time we had a small car, and we were taking my son to work every morning and then coming back, and I would take her to work and then come back, and I'd take my son to work, and then we'd go together and pick him up. Well, she was right in the car too, but she never got it. Then I had it, and she never got it. So she's really up on her shots. She's got the flu shots and what you call it? There's another one. She got a shot for that too, and she's right on top of it. So she should be real healthy. I'm normally pretty healthy too. Most of the time, I'm pretty healthy. Okay, I got one more block and I'll be at Starbucks. One more block. And I will be at Starbucks. It's going to be nice to go in there. It's a nice little Starbucks. Anybody new in Halifax, and if you're a Starbucks person, try the one out up here. Like I've been to a couple of the other ones. The one down on Portland in Dartmouth, nah, I didn't really get much out of that one. Let's see. There's one on Spring Garden Road, but it's by the university. And if you go there at noon, it's long lines of university students. And like when I go there, I'm the only one there my age, because they're all in their 20s. So, but I don't let that bother me, because I like young people just as well as I did when I was a young person myself. So. Anyway, Starbucks is coming right up very shortly here. And that will be the end of my video when I get to Starbucks. Okay, so I'll just shortly here, I'll just kind of start my ending. And that way I can get everything in if I take lots of time getting it going, okay? So, I hope you enjoyed this video today. I certainly did. And if you're not yet a subscriber, I'd love it if you subscribe, and don't forget to push the like button. And there is a notification bell if you want your phone to just give you a little ding. I don't find it all that annoying. If you do, don't push it, but if it don't bother you, push that notification bell, and every time I post a video, it'll come up and you'll get the latest video. And all the people who comment, thanks for your comments. I try to answer everybody back. Sometimes it's a couple of days later if I have a lot of them, and but I try to answer everybody back. So don't think I'm ignoring you. I really do try to answer everybody. And with that, I hope you're having a really nice day. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. And there's the Starbucks right there. And I'll give you the address of the street if there's a street sign there. Okay? I'm on. There's no street signs on this corner. Can you believe that? Man, this is, I think this is Young Street right here. Young Street, yeah. That's Young Street. Anyway, if you walk over from, you come out from, if you come out from Young and Roby, and you will come over across Young, you'll come to it. Okay? So Starbucks, right here. My best place, best Starbucks I know of in the city. With that, take care. We'll see you later. Bye.